Welcome back. Now, extortion has reached crisis proportions in Mthatha in the Eastern Cape. Criminal syndicates in Mthatha are demanding protection money from businesses, schools and healthcare facilities. And this has resulted in businesses shutting down and doctors and school principals going into hiding after being threatened for not paying. Several business owners also fear reporting extortion to the police. And yesterday we saw the Abathembu King Buyelekhaya Dalindyebo being roped in to help. Last week, during Police Minister Senzo Mchunu's imbizo, the residents of Mthatha West accused the police of working with the criminals. But for more on this matter and any further developments, we're now joined virtually by National Police Commissioner General Fannie Masemola and the President of the Eastern Cape Chamber of Business, Vuyisile Ntlabathi. Gentlemen, thank you so much to both of you for making the time to speak to us this morning about this very important matter. I'm going to start with Mr. Ntlabathi. Mr. Ntlabathi, for those who may not be aware at this stage, because the media has been running with this story, how bad is this particular phenomenon of extortion in Mthatha in particular?
Extremely bad, in so much that everybody who resides in Mthatha lives in fear of these people. It's so bad that these chaps, we normally see them, we see the rifles, big rifles. They have security guards moving around in the middle of the streets, and there's nothing happening. And now hence now after Thursday's meeting last week, when we meet the National Commissioner and the Minister, at least we were grateful that they have sent those units that we didn't have in Mthatha. It's gonna give some hope. I think we don't know, at least they've just arrived. We don't know what's gonna happen, but it gives hope to the people. And another plea to the National Commissioner. We said to him, some of the police people have been conniving with these guys. So they need, at least we need really new faces, and some must be transferred elsewhere if there are no disparate procedures that are going to take place. At least so that people need to have confidence. We have not been reporting some cases because we knew that once we report a case, the certain police people will report it to those guys, and then we get a phone call. So businesses closed and people live in fear, and that's created another high unemployment in our area. We are grateful that at least something has happened, but more needs to happen. We need to see. We know that even in Kabaka they've sent the helicopter, and there's a promise that one is going to get to Mthatha, which gives hope. But we need all those things to happen as soon as yesterday. Thank you.
And Commissioner, before I get to you, just to add on to what Mr. Ntlabathi has already raised, this is a message that someone sent to me anonymously. It says, I'm a businesswoman in Mthatha in the Eastern Cape. For the past 6 months, I've been paying an amount of 100,000 Rand for protection fee. I've been tortured and my family has been walking on eggshells. We live in fear, and the saddest part is my business has not been at its best since COVID, and this is a huge financial loss. I feel bad for those who entirely relied on me as an employer to run their households. A lot of lives have been affected, from the suppliers, the employees and the clientele, and those who are less fortunate, who've been the beneficiaries of our charity programs, they also suffering. I'm letting go, and it's hard. I'm thinking of relocating and starting my business in Gauteng, but that is a long-term goal. I just want to recover from all of this. I feel so powerless. That is a message that was sent anonymously. So my first question then, General Masemola, this sounds so surreal that you have a town that is in the grips of an element that is extorting, conducting extortion, extorting money from people, and just driving fear into this community. How did it get to this point? Were the police not aware of what is going on? If, as Mr. Ntlabathi said, people are walking around freely with weapons in the town going about conducting their extortion businesses?
Good morning, Sakina, to you and your viewers, and Mr. Ntlabathi also. Sakina, we have been deploying police at Mthatha. The local police, there is a number of arrests, over 8 suspects arrested since February, March, and April. Some of them are still in custody. They are from Mthatha, and we are aware that there is this siege at Mthatha where this extortionist harass people. Hence, we have taken the efforts to deploy extra personnel from other areas into Mthatha under the command of leadership from head office to assist the local leadership. We are aware, we are investigating it. It's unfortunate also that, Sakina, there are some cases that will be quoted, but when it comes to the number of cases that are open, there are very few, it's not many. But the team that is there are doing the investigation with a view that we investigate everything that relates to Mthatha extortion. There are individuals we identified. We can't just take them to court without having built cases. We are busy with that, and we will be able to take them to court. The matter of school or school principal, we are aware of it. It's not necessarily extortion there, it's local chiefs. One is a chief, one is an alleged induna that went to the school. It's local chiefs that we are going to engage the principal today to find out, is the principal going to open a case or what's happening, because up to so far there isn't any case open. And it's more about chieftainship, saying that this one is entitled to receive the money for the tower, the other one saying the other story. So there we just want the cooperation of the principal, and we'll definitely be able to deal with the matter. We are aware that another school next door, they had to suspend classes yesterday out of fear of this current school where this matter of the principal happened. So there is a team there. We will introduce a toll-free line for the province of Eastern Cape soon, which of course will not cater only Mthatha. We do have the same problem in Nelson Mandela Bay, so we'll introduce it soon this week. And we urge communities to come forward to report on that line so that we can investigate and arrest these people. Yes, people are known, but if you don't have evidence, Sakina, then you can't really take a person to court. We need cooperation of people that have been affected, like the anonymous that you talk about, so that we can be able to catch these people and take them to court.
But obviously there's a trust deficit between the community and the police, Commissioner. Mr. Ntlabathi mentioned it, that there is of course a concern that some of the members of your police are actually colluding with these extortionists. Maybe Mr. Ntlabathi can just come in there and then you can respond to that, Commissioner, because people are not willing to come forward because there's a legitimacy crisis for the police, especially in that area. Mr. Ntlabathi?
Yes, good morning, Commissioner. In fact, we did highlight that in our last meeting with the Commissioner and the Minister, that some dockets, there are a few examples. A person goes to the police station, he lodges a claim, then unfortunately, an hour or later, he gets a phone that you have reported us. So now we find that it's more dangerous to report some of the cases. People decide to keep quiet. Now, as I said earlier, it would help us if people, to get confidence from the people, if we go to the police station and open a case, at least we need some new faces, and some of these chaps, police people, are not really clean as far as this is concerned.
Commissioner?
Yes, thanks, Sakina. We are aware that there are allegations that some members of the police are involved, which we, at the last meeting we had with Mr. Ntlabathi and the community, we asked the community that they give us those names, not in public, of course, but phone us or WhatsApp us, give us those names, and we'll be able to deal with it. But also, the toll-free line that we will be announcing soon, people can give the information there, and then we can investigate and deal with those cops. It's not many, it's few of them, according to what we get. So we'll deal with them, and because if they behave like criminals, they are criminals. So we'll definitely handle them as such and make sure that the team that is there with the local police will deal with the matter together.
When you say the team that is there with the local police commissioner, which team is this?
Sakina, we deployed a team of organized crime together with the National Intervention Unit to Mthatha, and as well as Nelson Mandela. We deployed organized crime and members of special operations, that is your NIU and TRT, under the leadership of generals from head office that are going to assist the South African Police Service, both at Nelson Mandela and at Mthatha. So we also have, amongst that team, we have anti-corruption unit that is there to deal with our own that are part of these syndicates.
And of course, General, one of the things that someone said to me on the radio was about people going, for example, to the informal settlement and literally collecting fees from people. And when people are coming to your door to collect, they know who you are, you know who they are. What can be done in order to protect people from that sort of intimidation and extortion?
Yeah, the people that money is being taken from them, they are the ones that must report to us. Like I said, if they are fearing through the toll-free line that we'll give, they can freely report there, and we'll follow up and find a way to get to these culprits and arrest them. I can't detail how we will do it, but we will definitely get around these culprits and arrest them in the process of them collecting. We want to stop them from their tracks of carrying on collecting money.
Mr. Ntlabathi, the implications, of course, in the town of Mthatha, what happens? Because we've already heard from people, see people writing, those who are threatening to close their businesses. Some have already closed down their businesses because professionals are also now being targeted, such as doctors. So what would be the ultimate implication if there is no rescue for people in Mthatha from these extortionists?
The implication is that Mthatha will soon become a ghost town, because now it's going to be expensive. You will remember that these young doctors, specialists, they are born here. They wanted to plow back at home. Now it is going to be very difficult and expensive for some of us to go outside and get help, whereas help was supposed to be near. Another thing that I want to highlight to General is that it has become very strange that now the targeted people are locals here, and there's nothing is quiet about the foreign nationals, and it's a strange. That is strange to me, and we want to make a plea that they have to check who is documented to be here, because there's who is supposed to be here and what activities one is doing, because there's a suspicion that drugs are coming in from these guys, and unfortunately it's really quiet, and we don't know why. We are the soft targets. Elsewhere, they are the soft targets. Here, the soft targets are the local business people. Please, they must check on that when they do the investigations. I think I've seen it from the national media that elsewhere there's always Operation Chanel or something like that. Something must happen here and check what is happening, because this thing is killing our kids, the future of this nation.
General, we have about a minute. You can have the final word, but also by when will that toll-free line be up and running?
Sakina, it will be before the end of this week. The provincial commissioner will publicize that line, and we definitely will make use of information that we get there. I take note of what Mr. Ntlabathi is saying. When we do operation, while we do not classify local or foreign, it affects everybody, and we do have names of these people, but we just need to build cases around them. It doesn't help we arrest them, we take them to court, tomorrow they're out. We are busy with that process. We will get to them. I'm aware of some businesses like garages that are closed in Mthatha. Our investigation revealed that it was not those garages. I think it's 3 garages. They are not extortion related. There are some other business reasons. But I do acknowledge, yes, other businesses are affected, small, medium, and large. They are affected. And we are not going to allow these people to take charge of the lives of the people at Mthatha. Very few people will not take over Mthatha. It is us and them who will definitely deal with them.
Well, we'll leave it there. And of course, thanks so much, General Fannie Masemola, National Police Commissioner and President of the Eastern Cape Chamber of Business, Mr. Vuyisile Ntlabathi, speaking to us about criminal syndicates that have taken the town of Mthatha under siege, and they are demanding protection money from businesses. And we are going to follow up. Keep an eye on these developments and let us know, if you're from Mthatha as well, how the situation is progressing.